last game of the night here, Ricky, and it is going to be hype. We see Weaver and Wraith King to start things out on the cut. We see Queen of Pain and Bane on Wildcard Gaming. I say, boo. Get some different material. I want to see new heroes here.
Dude, we got the Snapfire, baby. It's about to get real spicy.
Oh my god, this isn't new. We see this all the time. It's played a
The hero
ton.
is fun, though, so that's why I like it.
Yeah. These guys are trying too hard to win here. That's the issue, Ricky.
Is that an issue? I can't tell. I usually trying hard to win in a tournament. Not the worst thing to be accused of.
To each their own. I want to see a bloodbath with new heroes.
We'll see new heroes in what? 7, 8 days? 9 days? Who knows?
9 days.
9 days?
New patch is coming out on the 23rd. Everybody mark it on your calendars.
Is that actually how far away it is? The 23rd?
Yeah.
Why do we have to wait till the 23rd? Why can't it be like literally 21st?
Because we need to wait until after the DPC regional finals ends.
Aren't the regional finals done on Sunday? The 20th?
They are. Why are we waiting until the 23rd?
That's what I'm wondering. It's like it's not even like a regular patch day. It's Valve being like, hey, we haven't really started the patch. We'll wait till the 20th after the regional finals to get around to balancing things. Classic.
I'm sure they've gotten around to it. Valve doesn't just drop things.
I'm be excited for the new hero though. That's gonna be fun.
Yep. Which one?
The new hero that they're releasing.
Yeah, but which one?
I think it'll be an original hero. I don't think we're going to see it as anything that they're pulling out. I honestly don't think they're going to pull any heroes out of Artifact anymore or ever. And I don't think we're going to see any heroes out of the anime anymore. I think that's the last time we'll see that.
Dude, it's all doom and gloom with you. What the hell?
No, I'm like, that's not
yeah,
bad
Artifact is dead. We're never going to reference it again. It didn't happen.
I don't think
no
they're ever
anime
gonna...
either. It didn't happen.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's cool to see like an original, like cool new hero design. We might start getting some like weird Han ripoffs because Han has like a lot of great hero designs that they can pull ideas from. But there's not like, I don't think we're getting anything from the anime or from Artifact.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some Han hero designs. How's that game doing?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It must be doing well if it has such great hero design. We obviously need to copy everything that they're doing.
Dude,
so
we
can
have
be in a
copied
similar
everything
state.
Han did for like the last 5 years at least. But
yeah, I'm really hoping we end up in a similar state. I'm really hoping for that, Ricky. This is how I feel about you and how I want to talk to you as a former Han player.
Yeah, dude, I love the game.
You pollute Dota, your kind.
Oh no. We bring a fresh new perspective, that's the key.
Han players are the most toxic players in Dota, man.
I don't know. Have you seen League players?
Yeah, they're all children. All right. Let's talk about this draft. I feel like we've gotten very much off topic.
That's fine.
It was boring to start things off. Weaver and Wraith King on one side, so you've got a decent front line. They got a Death Prophet here. They pair it up with a Mars. Usually, when we were watching CNDPC, Death Prophet was almost exclusively run in position 3. Sometimes we've seen it in position 5. I think a couple of regions started doing it for the finals. Mars have been run in position 5 a couple of times as well. Wraith King has been 3, but what I'm looking at right now is probably see Death Prophet either mid or 3 and not...
Really? I look at this
support.
and I think this screams DP5 in my eyes, because I think we're likely to see Weaver Mars off lane, and Death Prophet in the 5 is not bad against heroes like Tidehunter Snapfire because they're super high health. Spirit Siphon is really useful. I think we're seeing DP5 here, and we just need a mid lane for the cut.
Well, we'll see if it's on a Mars mid as well. I know that one's more of a South American special, so it's unlikely that they do put that one in the mid lane. We'll see, though. They've got decent tower taking potential. They've got okay disables here. I'm not really sure how you perfectly ran off your draft. I feel like you could use a little bit more backline jump. Maybe something that can pin the Tidehunter down during to go through Kraken Shell, but
they
go for Rubik themselves.
I think you can just go Medusa here.
I mean, it was Wildcard that ran it last game. But, you meant to say they're going to go some sort of Naga hero from Warcraft 3.
It is a water-based hero, that is true. I was close.
Yeah. Oh, well done,
the Naga
Ricky.
Siren is very confusing, though. I actually don't think this is like a massive pick here. It is annoying for the Wraith King to deal with because the net, it just locks you down for so long, as well as the Death Prophet. Like, neither hero likes to be held into the ensnare. You get a lot of minus armor as well.
Wraith King is awful against the Naga Siren, is the issue.
Yeah, I really like Devi Lama's Mohawk here. This is sick.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I'm a really big... I mean, he's got the gold chain as well. His Tidehunter looks like a straight-up gangster.
Yeah.
Can we pull the camera into the Tidehunter when the game starts?
I'll ask Jerry, see what he says.
Cinematic
that
view?
guy's kind of a weirdo. He never really does what I ask.
Showcase view. That'd be sick. Yeah, that gold chain is quite nice. Looking good, Devi Lama. You can see that Wildcard is paying their players well, so to keep them well stocked up on hats. Alex looking kind of embarrassing, though. I'm going to be honest with you.
Why do you think that?
He doesn't have any extra cosmetics on. You got to get on that one, Wildcard. Hopefully, how can you be a real gaming org if you don't have a hat manager for your team?
I mean, there's only one hat for that hero, and it's like $100.
You know, get on it.
Or I guess it's like down to 70 now. I don't think it's that expensive, but all right, straight up gangster Tidehunter here. There we go. Nice.
Yeah.
Pirate flag in the offhand. Love it.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, that's enough, Jerry. Make sure to feed him today.
He got one of the cookies that I had, you know.
A bit too nice. He'll start getting lazy. Maybe should have given him half. Pingu drops the ward. Both teams. I mean, you gotta have somebody sitting on the high ground side, the mid lane, at the beginning of the game, just in case the enemy team tries to scout it out and walk the body up there, trying to get the ward check. People don't do that as much anymore, just because it turns around and gives up first blood to the enemy mid laner a lot of the time when it started getting countered, and you don't want the enemy mid laner having an earlier bottle than you. So.
Really sick D ward there by Sammy. He's gonna obviously have to deny his own obs ward. He's gonna wait for the last auto attack to do so as they walk up, and yeah, not a bad one. Always feels good to grab the enemy D ward right out of the gate. And here we go into game number 2. For those of you who are just joining us, it is the final game of the evening here. The Cut versus Wildcard. Wildcard currently up 1-0 in the series. It is a best of 2. Group stage, day number 1. Is that enough explanation of where we are at? Hopefully. If you're lost, go read a book.
All right, let's get this show on the road. My Llama, nice body block coming out from him. All right. Up at the top lane, initiate onto Sammy right away. I don't think they'd be able to run this guy down. They don't have boots of speed on any of these heroes. Just a quick couple quick trades with them.
Man, these illusions are going to be so annoying once you have the Riptide. You do have a decent amount of clear between God's Rebuke and the Fade Bolt, but it's still going to be really annoying. So I'm really curious how Eves plays this Naga Siren. I would have liked to see the Medusa still. I think it was a pretty sick Medusa game, but this is one of those things where I'm assuming Eves is just much more comfortable on the Naga Siren, or, you know, it also is not a bad Naga Siren game. Oh, mid lane, Esk almost goes down to Kits there. So one thing to note about the Queen of Pain versus Death Prophet matchup, we see this one a lot. It goes back pretty far, but the Queen of Pain usually loses the lane. Like, it's normally favored for the Death Prophet, at least until like levels 5 or 6. And at that point, the Death Prophet really starts to struggle, and the Queen of Pain does have a pretty positive win rate overall against the Death Prophet when they're both played in the mid lane.
I don't have the exact stats on it, but it sounds about right. Queen of Pain usually able to, I mean, she has a much easier time rotating and finding kills. Death Prophet, like, super strong exorcism, but I feel like exorcism is kind of underwhelming for taking towers a lot more than it used to be anyways. It's because it's so easy to stall out the exorcism until like the next creep wave comes. But for level 1 creep wave, it's just so easy to clear by like dropping some abilities on the wave and then forcing Death Prophet back. You do have to be a little bit careful when you step away from the lane to gank and make sure that you fortify up if you try to run the tower with the exorcism though. 1-for-1 on the water runes. Unfortunately, he was forced to grab his before his bottle arrived, so that's definitely having the advantage here so far.
And you start to trade a lot more efficiently, too, with the extra points in the Shadow Strike. I'm sure he just probably leaves it at 2, starts maxing out the Scream of Pain. You kind of want Blink at 5, but he might be able to play without it for now.
Yeah.
He's going to go Blink.
He's going to put it in 4. Yeah, he's about to take 2 tower shots, so... Decided the mana was better to spend 60 mana on a skill point than to spend a couple hundred HP. I'm gonna look back up here in the top lane. Giant Sam just playing up here in the trees. Neither of these people are gonna find a kill on each other.
No,
Nagasai will eventually get net and maybe run somebody down, but there's not too much synergy between the Bane and the Naga Siren.
I'm assuming...
Oh.
Spear just off the mark, gets the Nightmare as well. Kind of turning his attention on over. He ends up waking him up. Nightmare will put him back to sleep, though. I was gonna say, I imagine usually when you play like a dual lane like this in competitive play, the Naga Siren shares control of the illusion. So while Sam's like trying to make these trades with Giant, he's also controlling the illusions and just letting Eve's farm, focus on farming instead.
Do they really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're the support player and you've got like a Naga Siren in your lane, a lot of times they just give control of the illusion. So if you aren't using the illusions to farm, the support's microing them to harass.
Yeah, George McDuck dropping pretty low down in the bottom lane, but he managed to make it out. Got the Helm of Iron Will now. It's going to be harder to punish him. I do like how Alex put multiple points in a little shredder here. It is super good against Wraith King. You need it against the bugs, and it's also super good against the Wraith King. I talk about this all the time, but he's such a low armor hero. Only 2 armor, I think, is like atrocious base armor as a melee hero, and poor agility growth. All right, he's got 3 points now at level 4, but you get the point.
Yeah. I mean, I just like it in general because you also have Gush, which is pretty good armor reduction. So you have a lot of physical damage that comes out just from this off lane. And Scourge does not trade super well into that. Yeah, Alex doing very well on the Snapfire, able to zone out the Wraith King from this hard camp.
Yeah, I mean, 2 points in Little Shredder is all you need. I am a little bit surprised that if he's maxing out Little Shredder, he's not getting a Blightstone to like further punish the Wraith King. But and so he's sitting on like 500 gold. I'm not sure what he's going for. I'm not gonna question him after his Rubik plays in the last game though. Man's just built different.
He might just go Medallion. Otherwise, he could just go for
but that's Blightstone.
Like, early boots.
Yeah, but Medallion's Blightstone, so he would have that if he was going to go for Medallion.
This is a game where the Aghanim Scepter is super value. So we might just see mana boots into an early Ags. And it looks like he queued up the mana boots. Yeah, right away.
Yeah. Gonna help Devi out with that one then. Mid lane, Death Prophet TPing in. Giants over here. Just to contest the 6-minute rune. Sam is as well. So we're about to see a little bit of a skirmish. Potentially a little bit of a skirmish. By God, do we need one. We're 6 minutes in with no action.
Is that what you're looking for on Valentine's Day, Neff? Some action?
The Dota kind.
Of course.
And maybe another season of Demon Slayer. That'd be the right kind of action.
Yeah, when is that supposed to happen? I thought the Demon Slayer Season 2 was coming out soon.
You are so disconnected from me and what I like. It just finished.
Wait, Season 2 finished?
Yes, yesterday.
Oh. Wait a minute. Clearly, I've
people
been
in
keeping
chat
up.
were asking why we were bickering during the draft. This is why. He never listens to me.
I've been watching Bisco, okay? That show's great.
All right, buddy.
Why Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer when I can Bisco, okay?
Whatever. At least we've got Dota in common.
Mid lane, looking to set up here onto the Death Prophet potentially, but he got a full duration Spirit Siphon off there, and Esk has no mana. Okay, he has a regen. All right, that'll do it. Meanwhile, Snapfire bottom lane taking a lot of damage from Pingu, pops a stick, trying to get the bug off of him, but He's got a Sakuchi in one. Should be able to go for the chase here. Alex underneath the tower, not going to have any chance of surviving. And Pingu finally gets himself first blood, but the rotation from Ez, the Sonic Wave dumps right onto the Wraith King. He's still got the regen running as well. They lose the Weaver, so yes, you bait out a kill onto the Snapfire, but ends up turning pretty dang in favor of Wildcard there.
Yeah, and he tried to put the point into reincarnation there as he went down, but no mana for it. Very heavy punish there, and let's pick up for Wildcard. Looking about as good as they did in game number 1, ahead about 1k net worth right now. What's the exact advantage here? Yeah, it's like 1500 net worth. So not as good as last game, in like 2-3k at this point, but off to a good start.
Yeah, all their cores are farming very well. And once again, the safe lane for the cut struggling a little bit.
Yep. All right, gonna make a rotation here up to the top tier 1 tower. Kits probably want to take advantage of this arcane rune, drop the exorcism. We're gonna have it up that much faster. And I don't think they can do anything about this if they're already set up underneath the tower. I thought they'd keep Mars here, but they're actually going to rotate him to the mid lane in order to defend from Esk.
It's not a bad idea. Like, if S does try and over-commit, you can just go for, like, an Arena Spear combo. But you do need more follow-up. You can't kill him alone, especially with the raindrops. So they're going to go ahead and give up the top tower. Exorcism from Kits obviously committed there, especially with the Arcane Rune, so makes quick work of that. The Arena Spear comes out onto the Queen of Pain. The extra damage isn't there. No, she gets the blink out, but she runs right into the hands of the Death Prophet. There you go. There's the extra damage you were talking about. Or rather, I was
That's a gamer move right there. Death Prophet exactly where she needs to be.
Yeah. Really well done.
I don't know about that one, Pingu. All right. He just wanted to burn a raindrop charge. That's what that one was all about.
Bottom tower will fall. Ends up being a trade for both of the safe lane towers. Now Kit's going to do what he can to harass down the mid one, but without Exorcism, it's going to be a while. That tower's going to be pretty safe.
No Wraith King over there either. He's got his armlet, needs to send himself out boots. I think he's going to do that right now. He's sitting on 3 gauntlets of strength. I mean, this is a
typical Wraith King build.
This is a build. Yeah, this is a real build.
I mean, eventually you go Soul Ring on this hero, like almost every game. So, like, the double gauntlet is always nice. And the third one you just sell because damage is good. In the jungle, they found Kits. He's all alone. There's going to be the Nightmare into the big Sonic Wave. They take down 1 Kits. Also going to fall here. A couple auto attacks. The minus armor from Alex helps grab the kill. And that's a big one. No Fiend's Grip even necessary.
Yeah, not even level 6 yet on the Bane. Tome flying out to him right now? No, he just flying the curry out. Got the ward. No observer up there though.
This is, I feel like, how every Queen of Pain versus Death Prophet goes. Like, the lane pretty favorable for the Death Prophet, and then Queen of Pain just way stronger at this phase of the game because you're not waiting on like this giant Exorcism cooldown, which it is back off cooldown, but Queen of Pain super aggressive with the like the 3-1-4 build that she's got here.
Yeah. I mean, just so much better at starting fights. Death Prophet, you either have to have somebody set up for you or have the enemies play into you and kind of misplay. A lot more playmaking potential on Queen of Pain. A lot like a Spear here on that way.
Eve's doing pretty dang good at trying to split push here on the Naga Siren.
It's like they want to set something up in the mid lane. I think they're trying to bait them in on the Tidehunter, but this is like the worst hero that they could put here if they're trying to bait. They never do commit onto the Tide here. The cut.
Yeah, it's not an easy one by any means.
Yeah, they give up on that pretty quickly and just go bot though.
They might just chase down DNM here. Sam in the trees. They gets the Fiend's Grip, canceling out that spear just before he could get the animation off in time. And that kill is going to go the way of Eves on the Naga Siren. It was kind of something that was bound to happen eventually with the Naga Siren just chasing you down. No points in ensnare, but
that's an inefficient skill to put a point into.
Yeah, really.
He doesn't have farming slower. I want to know if he... Alright, he got the 20 movement speed. I want to know if he ends up going stats before he puts a point in the net. I feel like that is bad.
Boy, this hero is so dead.
Yeah.
Good rotation there once again. They actually secure the regen rune there for Esk. This is my first time seeing the Naga Siren with the jellyfish hat, and I haven't seen what the immortal effect looks like yet, so I'm actually hoping I get to see it this game.
It's the jellyfish jam from SpongeBob.
I hope so. I hope there's just a bunch of SpongeBob SquarePants like jellyfish just floating around during in the song AOE.
Yeah. Really impressive if they got the rights.
It would be, it'd be super funny if it's just the noise of the buzzing, or just like bzzz, like during the whole effect instead of any song. It's just a bunch of jellyfish buzzing. That's what I want to see. All right, Dylan, get on it.
I like Pinger's tag, by the way. He's just tagged up with the sponsor's chair. I'm not sure if he's sponsored by a chair or he wants a chair. Do you know the exact deal with that one?
I'm sure he just wants a chair. Yeah, I'm sure he just wants a chair.
Your chair here, you guys. If there's any chairs in chat, or chair companies, rather.
He's part of the floor gaming squad, the classic set the computer on the ground with keyboard and mouse, just sit cross-legged. You remember those days? Were you ever a floor gamer?
Floor gang.
Floor gang, indeed. That's how we used to do it at LAN parties. We're like, you don't have anywhere to sit. Sorry, you're gonna sit on the floor.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, really. Smoke up from the cut. See if we can get aggressive here. They must have finished something. All right, the Mars Blink, that's what it is. Yeah. It's a pretty great initiation tool if they can find someone. They do have a really deep ward in the jungle here, so they can use this to try and grab, maybe kill onto Esk would be ideal, but Sam not that far away, and neither is Divine Llama, so they're gonna go for it. Anyway, Blink Arena Spirit managed to catch Esk. Nightmare will be able to survive for the moment, and the Blink out. That's exactly what I was afraid of, and now Telekinesis pulls Sam back in, but Divine Llama daring to go in. They drop the Mortimer Kisses. The Ravage will connect, and Sonic Wave dropped right on top of Kids. They have the damage from downtown. Bane will fall in an exchange, but Giant stolen Fiend's Grip. Okay, that's spicy. Holding down that Tidehunter. He's gonna get out of it eventually, and he will beat him down. So 2 for 2 exchange once again. You get both supports, but you get the Death Prophet. Overall, pretty big win, and Eve's taking your mid-tier 1 tower in the process.
Yeah, again, Wildcard playing the map much better than the cut. It just feels like a more practiced team when you see the things that come out post laning phase.
That is the most optimistic TP I've ever seen from a Tidehunter, and now in a lot of trouble. Tumbletoy on forward, just burning him down with the Spirit Siphon, but he's pretty fast. Blinking one, Divine Llama's out. DNM tried to predict it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Esk is here, drops that dagger, gonna slow him down, and yeah, Tidehunter's safe.
That's it. Divine Llama is out. Working on the Aghanim Scepter as his next item. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage in these team fights. Takes a load off of Naga Siren as well. Speaking of,
yeah, you got a real Naga Siren problem right now. This hero is starting to farm very fast.
Only another 2,000 gold away from his Eye of Scotty as well. Once he's got that, he can start participating in fights. Until then, I think he's just going to be doing his own thing. Setting up in the mid lane.
They get the Nightmare off onto Death Prophet, but DNM's there with the Arena. They will grab themselves a quick kill. But still protecting the mid-tier 1 tower, which is pretty worth it. And I think Wildcard really not that upset about it. Is again, Naga Siren just gonna be able to cut as many waves as possible. There's no Arena for this mid-tower push. And back to farming they go.
Well, X's him up for another 24 seconds, but still level 1. Death Prophet just at 10 at the moment.
Time for the Ravage, right? You got Ravage, excuse me, cooling down in 15 seconds as well. Alex did end up going the Medallion, going for Solar Crest here on the Snapfire. I mean, they have a lot of minus armor from the Riptide, Tidehunter's Gush, and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Tide is just going Ags, and I click him, and he's already got it queued up, and I love to see it. Team synergy. Sam. Oh, Pingu, an immediate time lapse to try and dodge out that animation for that Fiend's Grip. It's gonna be on cooldown for a little bit now. All right, Neff. We're in a similar situation as last game, a 4K gold lead for the side of Wildcard. They managed to find Bane here. Nice spear back from DNM. Kid's gonna be the one that actually secures the kill.
I mean, it's not worth much, but maybe they can do this into a mid-tier 1 tower. Not if Tidehunter TP's in, but doesn't currently have a TP. He just went up into the top lane, and they circled that? I'm not sure what they're drawing on the map. They definitely can't see it. I think they just want to head up there. If they run into him, they're not going to get anything, and so tier 1 tower doesn't even end up going down. I don't think they realized that that's where Divide Llama was. Worst hero you could find.
It's not bad because you have Arena, but there's no follow-up. I think they were just scouting in general, and Divide Llama gets the blink out anyway.
Yep.
Meanwhile, bottom tower just slowly getting chipped down from the Naga. It's going to eventually happen. Divide Llama set up top lane here underneath this tier 2 tower, and they're just going to jump right in, try and start the fight here onto SMD. Eves comes in, blink out though, so no ensnare. He's got the Eye of Scotty completed, but on the backside of the fight, here comes Sam. Nightmare in a Fiend's Grip. They've got the Wraith King, and Giant can't get over to help him. Where's the Ravage? There it is. Into the Mortimer Kisses as well. DNM bites the dust. Reincarnation from SMD. It's not going to matter. Just surrounded by the 5 heroes of Wildcard. A
and
beautiful
right beside
fight.
the Roche pit as well. Yeah, the wrap around there by, oh my god, they got played and they paused on them afterwards. There is no way he's an FPS issue and needs to restart. Absolutely no way. This has to be PM from Divide.
No. This is NA Dota, man. We don't see that level of BM, right?
Nah,
I'm just kidding. That's what we live for.
Maybe from Han. Maybe from a Han player. Super sick wrapper out there by Sammy. Ends up catching out to the Ours with the Nightmare. Ends up getting the Wraith King there with the Bane ultimate. And pops the Reincarnation, gets a kill off onto him again. Death Prophet and Weaver are not going to be able to do anything in order to defend from this one. They did have to commit the Ravage there, but they've got enough left over. They've still got the Song of the Siren. I feel like they just can't contest. They'll take this one fairly quickly, especially with the minus armor they have with the Solar Crest completed. 4 points, Little Shredder, Gush, and Riptide. Quick work of this, Roshan.
They've got the Aghanim Scepter queued up now on the Naga Siren, so for the increased cast range, cooldown reduction, and piercing spell immunity on the Ensnare, it's very good against heroes like Death Prophet and the Wraith King, especially once they have the BKBs. But it is one of those items that we've seen it get picked up, and it just like completely threw the momentum of the game because it is expensive. It is 4,200 gold, and the Naga Siren, you know, basically buying a utility item, right?
Yeah, using up an inventory slot for a pretty long period of time. I don't think it's necessary.
I mean, it's a great Aghanim Scepter game. Like, neither of these heroes are going to have a way out of it. Like, there's no, like, Yule Scepter or something like that to save them, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Might change your mind. We'll see.
He's going to continue split pushing.
Remember when the net had some very weird dispel and like mechanics in general?
I mean,
or no?
What do you mean?
Do you remember Super Weird and Snare?
No, I don't know what you mean by that.
All right, don't worry about it. It would take a while to describe.
All right, no worries. Ooh, they found DNM. He gets the blink off. Beautifully done. Sammy takes some short. DNM comes in. He gets the Nightmare off, or I'm sorry, the Ensnare off, but Bane super dead to start the fight. Not a bad one. Kits, and Trolley pops the BKB. The Exorcism comes out right away to counter it. There's nothing you can do. Or sorry, the Song of the Siren comes out right away to counter it. And now, stolen Sonic Wave from Giant, trying to do what he can, but I don't think you're surviving this one. S going to easily be able to chase him into the trees. SMD comes in, however. You might have bit off more than you can chew. S gets the kill, blink up into, trying to hide, but the crit from the Wraith King is too much. Ends up being a 4 for 1.
Well, they get a single kill
I guess
off on the
Bane
ass.
die back. Yeah, he bought back.
Yeah, they got a single kill off the ass. They got the Bane there, but definitely not worth it for the Cotton. All right, are they going to take anything off this? I feel like, okay, he's just going back for the rune, and he's going to barrel down the mid lane here. He's got the catapult with him as well.
I'd imagine they can take, well, I mean, their cooldown, the death timers are so low. They actually might not be able to take anything on the tier 2s, but he's going to continue to cut mid lane, and Eves just farming faster and faster on the Naga Siren, now 4,000 gold above the Wraith King.
Yeah, still has the Aghanim Scepter queued up as well, and so I guess just really valuing the control that it's going to offer.
Speaking of Wraith King, he's queuing up the Maelstrom, or he's got it completed. Now going for the Mjolnir. He just needs some item to deal with these illusions. And, you know, the static charge that you get from Mjolnir is pretty good, but...
I mean, this is the solution of the Naga Siren, but it always feels so bad having to build this item in Wraith King.
Yeah.
You want to build into things... Yeah, you want to build into things that can capitalize off Mortal Strike. Or make yourself tankier. You know, like unstoppable. So going... Mjolnir for the shield. I mean, yes, it ends up returning a lot of damage to the Naga Siren illusions. It'll clear them out. It's good for that reason, but just such an example of how much better Naga Siren is against the Wraith King in this matchup. You have to go for an item that's just super far out of your way to play against it.
Divine Llama was like pump faking to try and get the last hit on the tower, and Alex just drops a little shredder and yoinks it. Divine Llama just pings him. He's like, come on, man. I am like 100 gold from Ags. That's funny. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, there it is. He's got it completed. He's going to send that one out on the courier right now, but they're turning their attention to the tier 3 tower in this bottom lane. Someone from the cut's going to have to come back to defend this, but you've got to go into the Naga Siren with an Aegis. Sam just putting his body on the front line. They're going to find kits in the trees. Pops the BKB. DNM with the Spear Arena. Doesn't end up catching Sam. The Fiend's Grip gets canceled, but the damage is done. You have lost the Death Prophet. The rest of the team just trying to make it out of the arena as the Song of the Siren puts him on to sleep, which, by the way, the effect from that is super sick. Ensnare onto the Wraith King, holding him in place for the moment. And here comes the Gush spam. Mortimer Kisses is from downtown. You've lost the first life. S goes in, tries to find DNM as well. The Ravage catches them all. Stolen Song of the Siren from Rubik, trying to reset this fight, get this Wraith King out of here. It looks like it's going to work, but they actually managed to find the Weaver on the backside. He's dead, baby. Now you finally get the Naga Siren's first life. That's going to be the Aegis reclaim, but you got to deal with her a second time. Is now turning their attention on over to the lane of Barracks, and doesn't look like there's much left in the tank for the cut here.
Oh, this Rack's definitely going down. The only thing that's going to keep them in this is the fact that tier 2s are still standing up in the top and mid lane. Just like that, they back off.
Instant
TP's
smoke.
back to base.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you're in a lot of trouble. You got the Aghanim Scepter done on the Naga Siren, and the Ags now completed on the Tidehunter. The amount of like control and slow that you have from these heroes is just so devastating.
Yeah, I mean, that was like a best case scenario as far as how they reacted to the Ravage as well. A giant dealing Song of the Siren, then just keeping everybody asleep for that knockup and stun time.
Big Gush onto the high ground, connects onto all of them. Divine Llama just jumps in. He says, why not? S gonna finish off Giant, and Divine Llama still pretty healthy here. Ensnare, holding the Death Prophet in place, having to spin in circles, accepting the reality. And another smoke from Wildcard as they grab the tier 2 tower and bail. They do have vision of Scourge here in the top lane. He's underneath the ward. He knows as they beeline right for him. He does have a TP available, but he's gonna run right into the hands of Esk. Ooh, he's out. Yep, he is out.
He is out. All right. Ask with nothing to order to cancel that TP anyway. Even with that faulty blink up, we wouldn't be able to stop him. But you mentioned it, barreling right down the top lane. This is where they need to be next. From here, they can go over to the mid, and from that, they can end the game. 13k net worth advantage here at 24 minutes in.
They do have the reset on fortification because they take the tier 1, so this does delay their push a little bit. The cut could potentially use the fortification to defend one of the lanes of barracks.
They just can't do damage, this Naga Siren.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you still have the Naga Siren issue, and meanwhile, DNM mid lane, you get to Yules, he should be able to blink. Yeah, nice play from him, but Divine Llama, maybe not satisfied. Sam pinging him like he wants to go for this, but your lane of barracks is just under siege. They do come in with Pingu, trying to do what he can here onto the Bane, but like the cut's thinking like, okay, maybe we kill these two mid lane, but you're just losing your barracks.
Yeah, I'm sure right now they're going, what are these guys doing? They're about to lose their racks for nothing because they're trying to chase a Bane, a Tidehunter up in the mid lane. I mean, yes, they can take a fight without with like 2 heroes down if they get them, but you've just about lost yourself a racks going for the opportunity.
Oh, you did lose the racks. Eves is taking it, now turning his attention onto the range. We'll slowly chip away at that one with the illusions. Obviously, known as
Wildcard is
unshielded
giving
damage.
them the
Giant goes in, they
runaround.
find the Bane. Decent way to start the fight. Rainfire Blast is there. They get the kill. Big Arena, but a huge Ravage connects onto all 5. Scourge McDuck in trouble, trying to stand his ground, but Esk with a big Sonic Wave ends up kind of whiffing it, but Divine Llama trying to just hobble his way out of this fight. The Gush slowing him down. There's going to be, all right, a reset here from the Naga Siren, thinking of just TPing home. It seems they don't want to risk the fight. They get the reincarnation anyway with the Gush.
Yeah, that's going to be on cooldown for 60 seconds here. It is level 3 at the moment, thankfully, so it's not going to be the longest time before it's back up off of cooldown, but they get the kills, they force the buyback on Giant, and they get out as well, and by the time Giant's going to be back up, we're going to see when the next Roshan timer is going to be. Well, just a little bit after that. And that's something to wait for before closing out this game. Only one set of racks left. I don't know how they bring this one back.
That was actually such a sick call from the song, because I honestly thought they had the fight there. But the idea is, like, they don't really have to kill people on the cut anymore. They can just keep, like, chipping away at the barracks. Oh my gosh, the Weaver! No way! Nearly dies. He's gonna come down into the illusions, forced to time lapse. Mid lane though, Eves comes onto the Death Prophet, just roots him in place. He is dead completely, and Giant shredded as well. They find the Queen of Bane, but the Fiend's Grip from Bane.
One second left on the reincarnation.
Till reincarnation. Oh no. Yeah, that is worst case scenario as they find the Mars as well, and Snapfire
they're not
with
even
the help
going
of
for
the team.
objectives now. They're playing with their food here. DNM Arenas, he ends up dropping. Eves, he's done with this. He's just gonna go straight down the mid lane here.
He's got 100 trash, man. This guy's got 4,250 health, 32 armor. Good luck. You are not killing this Naga Siren in this game. He's gonna finish this one deathless. 7-0 and 10 at the moment. Divine Llama also 4-0 and 12. They just had such a phenomenal game. He buys a Dagon. I love this guy. He is really not messing around.
Hoping to do a little bit more fishing in the fountain here to close out the game. They don't have an arena work with this time. So
Giant
oh,
gets
no.
him with the Dagon. All right, they found him game number 1. They're giving him a real introduction to
oh my
Division
God, the
1.
chat from Sammy. You guys talk so much, call GG.
Oh my goodness, this is some good stuff. Ravage comes through, but dodges it with the BKB kits. Doing what he can here with the exorcism, trying to slow this one down. Pingu drops those bugs, but doesn't matter. He just gets him with another ensnare. You can't get away from the Naga Siren on the backside of the fight. You're not doing anything. SMD just kited out the buyback in from the Weaver, but eats another ensnare. Yule's gonna buy him a little bit of space, but there's no way he gets out of this. What a Blink Dagon from the Tide Hunter. I love it.
That's going to be the last of everything. They don't want to leave their base. Actually, DNM throws him into the fountain, but
does he carry? Just drops the illusions. He's fine. The arena kind of holding him on the wrong side of things too. He's got the heart, but he buys himself a Ghost Scepter, so he's got plenty of space. There's going to be the Song of the Siren as he tries to make his way out of the base. He will be able to do so. And now, fortification onto the throne. How? The cut just do not want to give them anything. They're like, you're going to really work for this win, guys. I love it, man. This is at Hate Don't at its finest. GG, never called. And Wildcard will take the series 2-1 or 2-0.
yeah. The cut go down kicking and screaming. But Wildcard looking great. I gotta say, post laning phase, outplaying the cut just completely in both of these games. I mean, game number 1, there was a a short period of time where I thought the cut might come back into that, but very clutch team fight there by Wildcard. Some beautiful Rubik steals from Alex that game. Managed to completely shut down the cut's hopes of coming back in that one. In game 2, just a complete beatdown and superior carry matchup, but definitely outplayed them around the map to make this happen. Congratulations to Wildcard Gaming and a debut here in the BTS Pro Series.
Man, they just look so clean. Man. This was just such a sick performance all around. I mean, the lane stage right from the get-go was just Wildcard favored, and then at that point, they're just taking fights down a hero. They're like, yeah, whatever. Eves is farming. He'll do his own thing. And this is kind of like I was talking about, the Queen of Pain Death Prophet matchup. Like, Death Prophet does really well the first few levels, and then it's just Queen of Pain that snowballs the mid game. And we see it here firsthand as Esk just kind of pops off, ends up going 9-3, a few deaths, but tons of damage on this hero, almost as much as the Naga Siren here. So yeah, really well played by Wildcard, man. They look super good. I'm excited to watch them the rest of the tournament.
I am as well. I cannot wait. I know the owner of Wildcard is ecstatic to have them playing in more things, to have a Dota team under the roster of Wildcards. Thank you again to Wildcard Game for picking up a North American team.
Yeah.
You guys are really helping the scene here. Shout outs to everybody who stuck with us to the day, spending their Valentine's Day with us. I'm sure it
Aw.
was exactly the romantic evening that you guys wanted.
I would hope so.
Intimate,
I would hope so.
intimate time with me and Ricky.
Yeah. It's our year.
It's our year.
No, thank you all so much for hanging out today. We really do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and call it after this one. There is going to be more Dota coming at you tomorrow. We're starting that one off. Wildcard back, front page. This time up against APU, which should be a really solid game. I mean, these teams are going to be
international game, first international gameplay in ages. I cannot wait. I am so thirsty for it.
Yeah,
man.
it's going to be sick. We have 3 South America versus North America games tomorrow. It's going to be an absolute blast. So make sure to tune in for that one. Same place, same time. Once again, I'm rkryptic. I'm here with neph. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.